Hey, my name is Ben. Thanks for stopping by. This is a response to Les. Asked me to kind of go over my home theater setup here and specifically how I am utilizing a projector.
Are you going to be a doctor or something? Huh? Yeah? Okay.
So, sorry for the mess here. This is a very honest video. We have a very open floor plan here. We have a 24 by 24 farmhouse, so I'm going to explain a little bit of the reason for why we chose this. In our living room here, there's not really a great spot to put a TV. The obvious choice would be there, theoretically, but then you had to put a couch over here, and this is kind of like the main hallway or whatever you want to call it. And also, we just generally don't love having a big black box like as the primary focus of the living room space. So we chose to go with a projector. So what we have here is a pull-down projection screen. This is a 100-inch screen. I'll go ahead and pull it down for you. And we chose to go with a simple pull-down screen instead of a motorized screen, just because a motorized screen can be slow and noisy, and I don't know, pull down screen is just really simple. So I'll link in the description to a similar pull down screen if you're interested. And up over here we have the projector, which is all set up to hit that screen perfectly. And this is the BenQ projector. I will link in the description to this. This is a 1080p projector. It's about $500, pretty reasonable. So going across the ceiling here, so I built in a power outlet, as you can see, for the projector, and also have a conduit going above the ceiling across and over to this closet over here, which has all of my wires and home audio equipment. And it obviously is a work in progress, and I am not even close to being finished with it, but I kind of have it hooked up so that it's usable. And this is the video that I was posted about the Onkyo TX-NR575 receiver. So, in the back of my projector here, I have a couple of HDMI inputs, and there are, you can see all the ports that are there. There's also an audio input and an audio output. Now, at first, when I had this set up, I had my Chromecast and a Roku plugged into the back of the projector, and I was trying to output the sound from here, but it just is not really the best way to do it. So I changed it now. We just have one HDMI port coming in, and then up here, that's a pivot mount. I'll link to that in the description too. It works quite well. But anyway, one HDMI cable feeding in here, which comes straight from the HDMI out on the back of this receiver. And then you can see here I have my Chromecast plugged in, and this one comes from the Roku, and you can plug all of your HDMI sources into the back of your receiver here, and then you just leave your projector on the same source all the time. And since it's such an open layout, there wasn't a good way to put the speakers down lower, because theoretically you want to have your speakers at like ear level when you're sitting down. But that wasn't practical, so I just have in-ceiling speakers, front left, front right, center channel, and then if we go back here, we have our rear right and rear left there, as you can see. And we have a subwoofer down behind the back of the couch here. I'll link to the subwoofer that I used. I think it's a Polk Audio. Havla. And all of those speakers hook into the back of the same audio receiver that we were just talking about. So you can see all the speaker outputs here, and all of the wires are connected there. So the main thing we like about this setup is that the projector can just kind of disappear and get out of the way, and you can focus on other things. So that's probably the best feature of it. We've even had people that came over, and it took them quite a while before like, oh, what is that up there? and that's been kind of nice to not just have a big black box in your living room. But potential downsides of it, it's both an upside and a downside, is that the ambient light during the day makes the viewing not as pleasurable. So we need to get blackout shades if we want to for sure watch stuff during the day. But generally, I view that as a positive because I'm the type of person that likes to be out doing things during the day, and I would like the kids to be out doing things rather than just watching things during the day. So that's okay for me. But obviously, if you have a darker environment, it's going to be perfectly fine. So that's kind of the setup. If you have any other questions, you can just throw those down in the comments. But like I said, we have a home audio system too before in the other video. And this can output to that so that I can use the rest of the speakers in the house. And they can be pointed to the same source as the home audio receiver. The tomatoes are getting bigger. They're hopeful that it's not going to stay like this forever. It's April 8th, and we got a snowstorm going on right now. We just got a text message that said it's a snow emergency. You better get down. Oh.
Is that not what you wanted me to say or what?
Anyway, thanks so much for watching, and we'll talk to you in the next video. Comment down below if you have any questions. And hopefully I'll be uploading more videos here soon. The next topic is probably going to be a well, putting a submersible pump down a well. So kind of unrelated to home theater. But, all right, talk to you later.